So welcome back again to the next match. The match between Cottbus Cavaliers versus Kerala Combines and Cottbus Cavaliers won the toss and chose to ball. So batsman is Nasrat and on non-strike is Adnan. The bowler we have Arvind Sundaraj, so it's just a single run. Hey Abdullah, I'm inviting you. Yeah. So Abdullah, please take a place. It's not a nice one, but still you can just
Yeah, I'm
sit.
chilling, bro.
So here is Abdullah, our new commentator, and he will be taking over for a while. I want to have a short break. So yeah, welcome back. Here we can see the score. You can just refresh and just give update to our spectators. So next ball.
Quite a lot of wides in this over.
Yeah.
Cottbus Cavaliers need to control on their extras, otherwise the score could get out of hand. It's only 3 balls and it's already 7, a lot of them wides. Just 2 runs off the bat. That's exactly the length to go and indoors.
Next match is ours. Oh, मैं बता रहा हूँ. हाँ, be ready.
The bowler seems to have lost his footing there. That's another wide. That's 8 runs off just 4 balls, and only 2 runs have come off the bat of the batsman. So the bowler needs to control on his extras, otherwise the score could get out of hand. And that's another wide. Berlin Markhors narrowly missed out on victory in the last match as well, so they're looking to get off to a good start in this one, and thanks to the bowler they have. One ball still to go, and there's already 11 off the over. That's up. Over is up. 12 off the over from the first, and Berlin Markhors off to a really good start.
12, 12, 12.
Robin in to bowl his first and the team second. He's one of the best indoor bowlers, Robin. And straight away targeting the stumps. The batsman flicks it away for a single. Berlin Markers doing well so far. And there's an opportunity there, and that should be a wicket. We're awaiting the umpire's decision, and yep, that's the first wicket. That's run out. Unfortunate for Berlin Markers, but Cottbus Cavaliers get their first wicket due to some really shambolic running between the wickets. Once again, because we saw this in the first match as well, the calling between the batsmen from the Berlin Markers has not been good at all. It cost them the first match, and it's cost them their first wicket in this match as well. Two overs, 13 for 1. And that's a good ball. The straight wicket to wicket, that's the line you want. Difficult to get that one away. Playing straight at the stumps. And that's another good ball. He gets ready really quickly. He doesn't give the batsman a lot of time to think, a lot of time to assess the field. He comes in, runs hard, balls his balls, and then he gets on with the game. And there's another mix-up. It could be another run out, and it is. The leg umpire has given that out, and once again, like I said before, the running between the wickets for Berlin Markers has been really shambolic, and once again, that's another wicket for Cottbus Cavaliers. A lot of wides, a lot of extras, and a lot of run-outs. So some poor cricket going on by both teams. But regardless, Berlin Markers trotting along to a really good score of 17 for 2 in 1.5 overs. We saw last game Berlin Markers did not really make a lot of runs with the bat either. It was extras that carried them close to winning, even though they couldn't really get over the final hurdle. So the plan for Cottbus Cavaliers should be to try and minimize the extras. But that's the over done. That's a good over from Robin. Just a few extras, few runs, and it's 18 for 2 in 2 overs. And Viral, the captain, he's going to come into ball. First ball on the leg side, it's in the air, but might have been another opportunity for a run out, but the keepers missed the stumps, and they'll get 2. And in just the space of 1 ball, all the good work done by Robin seems to have been thrown away. It's really good striking by the batsman. 10 runs of just 3 balls. And that's usually the length that you want to bowl. You want to ball a little bit on the body. You don't want to give room to the batsman to hit it. that's another risky single, but the fielders fumbled it and they get home safely for another single. And Berlin Marcor, after their loss in the first game, have gone on for a really, really explosive start. And that's a wicket for Viral. Finally some relief for Viral. He's the captain, he's gone for some runs.
It's out. Show some excitement. Express me.
And the captain's taken a wicket here. He's got his revenge on the batsman. He's taken a wicket. It's hit the roof. The new batsman comes in, takes a single, keeps the strike, and at the end of 3 overs, they are 35 for 3. Berlin Marcor is going along really nicely at the halfway stage. A long discussion going on between the captain and the senior players for Cottbus Cavaliers. That's an interesting decision. They've decided not to go with Robin. Personally, I would have gone for Robin, try to get a couple more wickets, put the batting team under pressure, but they've decided not to go for their main bowler. And let's see whether that bluff works out or not. Try to give himself some room, the batsman tried to really slap it away, but he could only hit it straight to the bowler. That's another wide. That's something that they really need to control. They've given away a lot of extras here. They really need to control on their extras. That's a really good shot from the batsman, and that's gone for 6. So the gamble taken by the captain Viral seems to not be paying off so far. A wide and a 6 in this over so far. And Berlin Marcor keep piling on the runs. There's some confusion, but the umpire's given it out. It's hit the roof, and the bowler has seems to have gotten his revenge on the batsman. He got hit for 6. It was a good comeback. He's taken a good wicket. And Berlin Marcor are 4 down, and there's still almost 2 overs to go. It's 2 overs and 3 balls to go, so they need to keep a hold of those wickets. The run rate's really good, but they need to make sure that they don't get bowled out. New batsman in. And he hits it straight for a 1D and then decides that's a good call from the batsman. Again, we've seen this from Berlin Marcor before. The running between the wickets hasn't really been that good, and we're seeing this now. And that's another wide from the bowler, something that you don't want to say that the match is decided really early, but if Cottbus Cavaliers go on to lose the match, you would really say that the extras have been really dampening their spirit so far. And that's another wicket. It's hit the roof. The bowler didn't have a really good start to the over, but he's taken 2 wickets. The batsman can't believe that he's hit the roof, but that's how the game works, and he's out. And after a really good start, Berlin Marcor on their last wicket. There's still a lot of time to go in this innings. They need to make sure that they play through the overs. We saw this in the last match by Cottbus Hawks as well. They didn't play through their overs, and in the end they narrowly edged out a victory. But Berlin Marcors need to make sure that they play out the overs. They've got a good run rate, but they need to play out these overs. And that's another wide from the bowler. But Cottbus Cavaliers, they've done well to put the pressure back on. the batting team. Even though they've been going for runs, they've kept taking away in that wickets column. And that's a good defense from the batsman. He doesn't want to take a risk. He knows that there's still 2 overs to go. It's the second last over of the innings, and the captain has trusted Robin, the most experienced bowler, to ball Berlin Markles out. Starts off with a wide, does Robin. But he's a good bowler. He has it in him to make a good comeback here. And this has been a really good comeback from Cottbus Cavaliers. And that's a good ball. Risky run, but a fumble from the fielder. Again, that's a really good ball. Robin's lines are always really, really good. He keeps it stump to stump, goes about his business really quickly. And that is a wonderful delivery straight at the stumps. There might be chance for a run, and if he can hit it, and he has, the umpire's given it out. And once again, Berlin Markors running between the wickets has been shambolic, and that might be their last wicket, and the inning is up. And even though the run rate was really, really good, you have to say that the Berlin Markors have disappointed with how they finished their innings. They were 44 for 3 at one point, and they've been bowled out for just 48 in 4.4 overs with 8 balls remaining. They should have played out these overs. They could have gone to 60 and batted Cottbus Cavaliers out of the game. But they've let them back in with some poor running between the wickets. Cottbus Cavaliers will be pleased with themselves with how they've come back. But 49 is the target, and Berlin Markor, who bowled really well last game, they have some thinking to do. How do they want to approach it? Because 49 runs from 36 balls, it's a good score, but they could have got a much higher score than this. They could have batted Cottbus Cavaliers out of the game. So they'll be a bit disappointed, but they have to get that out of their minds and now plan their bowling. That's a good start from Cottbus Cavaliers. A nice confident push off the back foot towards the offside. Gets them their first run. That's a good length. The batsman seems to be asking for a wide, but the umpire doesn't think so. And even in the last match, Adnan really hits that hard length. That's really hard to play in indoor cricket. Hits that hard length, has a good leap when he's bowling, has a good action on him. And another one that's a really good delivery, but the umpire's this time given it wide. But he really targets the body. It's really difficult to get away for the batsman, especially when you're trying to hit straight. So it's really good bowling. Just needs to control on that line a bit. And again, a really confident push off the back foot, but straight back to the bowler after hitting the wall. So the batsmen need to try to find the gaps early on. Again, it's that hard length that's really hard to get away. It's really difficult to get away when you're the batsman, when you're trying to hit it straight. I think the batsman would just be better off trying to hit more square towards the wicket, try to get that 1D, try to hit the wall straight away. Charges the bowler, and that seems to not have worked. In fact, it has, because he's gotten a wide out of it, and this is what we saw in the Cottbus Cavaliers innings as well, that you need to control your extras, otherwise the score can really get out of hand, and that's what Berlin Markhor need to be careful of as well. Again, that hard length, it's really good bowling from the bowler. It's really difficult to get that one away straight. You really have to flatten your bat. You can't. But there was a run-out chance there if the fielder was more aware. That's the first over done. Cottbus Cavaliers 3 for 0. They need to get a move on because the required run rate has already climbed to 9.20. It's only 6 overs. It's difficult. You can't really have a breather in indoor cricket. So they really need to get a move on. And that's a specialty of Berlin Markhors. Their bowlers last game as well were really good. They were really good with their lengths, with their lines. Didn't really give away a lot of extras. And as I say that, Zahid bowls his first wide.
That's curse.
Almost inside edges it onto the stumps, but he's safe. And I think there's something really beautiful about a left-arm bowler, left-arm fast bowler, and Zahid seems to be exactly that. He runs in hard, hits the length, and the batsmen seem to be having a lot of trouble getting the. Ooh, that narrowly misses the stumps. Almost takes the batsman's off stump out. But this is what I really like about this bowling unit. They get about their business really quickly. He's missed the stumps, and then straight away he's back in his run-up. Risky run, but Berlin Markhor, the fielder, not really trying to put any pressure on the batsman for a run-out. But I think they're quite relaxed in their fielding. They know that they have the runs on the score, and that's a wicket. He's inside edged it onto his middle stump, and there's no more better side for a bowler. I wouldn't say the stumps are prudent because they're indoor stumps, but that's a really great side for the bowler. Seeing the middle stump go back. And like I said before, once again, he's just back to his mark. Doesn't seem to be caring about the glory that much. Back to his mark and running in hard once again. That's a slower ball. Almost takes the batsman. It deceives the batsman totally. He's through with the shot so early. The batsman has no clue what's going on. He's deceived the batsman. It's the over done. 6 runs from the over. The required rate has now climbed up to 10 now. Then you really need to get a move on Cottbus Cavaliers. Kunal has been there for 4 balls. And there's not really many more balls you can take to get your eye in indoor cricket. It's 6 overs, 36 balls. 4 balls is more than enough. So he now needs to try to maybe get some boundaries. That's what he really needs to do, because they've still got 5 batsmen back in the dugout. They've got Viral, they've got Robin, they've got players who can hit. And it hits. There was no communication between both of the batsmen, and that is a terrible runner. And that's just what pressure does. Kunal's been there since the first over. He couldn't really get the shots away. And that wicket has been made by the pressure that has been on them, because they've not really made a lot of fronts. And now Jamin's on strike. And that's a wicket as well. Jamin has so wanted to be on strike. Now he's walking back to the dugout. I'm sure he's disappointed. He hit a boundary off his last ball. He is playing well. But the pressure of the required rate seems to have gone to him. He tried to smack that one away. It was full. It was straight at the stumps. He missed it, and the bowler hit the stumps. Now Robin's in. Hits Robin's legs. But they're not really trying to run, trying not to take that many risks. Cottbus Cavaliers really behind the pace of this game now. The run rate has climbed up to 11. They've only made 9 so far. And that's a wonderful delivery right in the block hole. Really, really difficult for the batsman to get away. This is wonderful bowling. They've really put the batsman under pressure here. Robin charges the bowler, and the best they can do is get a single. Gets the captain Viral on strike. Facing his first ball in the Virat Kohli jersey. Let's see if he can do a Virat Kohli. A single, easily gets it. Flicks it off the front foot, and that seems to be a no ball. The umpire's given that as a no ball, and this could really be a good opportunity for Cottbus Cavaliers to break the shackles. They're under the pressure, they're under the pump. But it's a free hit. If they can get a boundary of this ball, it will really, really energize the team, because they've not had a lot of luck with hitting. But that's a dot ball. That's a really, really good comeback from the bowler. Pressure's on him. It's the last ball. He wants to bowl a dot ball. Can't really get a wicket off a free hit, and he does exactly that. Good length, good line. Robin gave himself some room, but couldn't really swing the bat. Wasn't really in his arc, and it's really difficult now. And Zahid, the left arm bowler, is back again. It's only 13 of 3 overs, so Cottbus Cavaliers seem to be lagging behind the game. Every over the run rate climbs by at least 1. It's at 12 now. And Viral, that's a risky single. And the umpire's given that out. Viral went for a risky single. That's what they needed to do. That he couldn't afford any more dot balls, and he tried to go for a risky single. And unfortunately, he's out. And it's wonderful, wonderful fielding from Berlin Markhors. They've been really excellent in the field. Their bowling so far has been really, really good. And they are on top of this game. They're cruising to victory, as you say. Cottbus Cavaliers seem to be collapsing a lot. 4 wickets down already. And Robin tried to leave that one, but it's hit in. That's a really strange shot. I have no idea what happened there. Maybe he misread the line of the ball. He thought that was going for a wide, but it wasn't. This time it's a wide. He charged. And that's really good awareness by the keeper. Almost stumped him. But Berlin Markhors, after narrowly missing out on victory, have been really clinical so far in this match. Charges the bowler, does Robin. Hits the 4, turns back. Simple as that. They need a lot more of that now, Cottbus Cavaliers. The run rate keeps climbing, regardless of the boundaries. They need at least 4 or 5 of these more. Charges again, hits it on the ground. But unfortunately, it's still only a 1. And every single 2 runs that you take, the run rate is just going to keep increasing. Varshal in, and he has a lot to do. He's the big hitter of the team. It's a good drive, but it's straight at the fielder once again. And that's another dot ball. With every dot ball, the run rate keeps climbing, and I'm afraid the match seems to be getting away from the hands of Cottbus Cavaliers. Again, it's a dive, but they're not really proactive in their running, and from their body language, it seems like Cottbus Cavaliers seem to have given up. Of course, there's still 2 overs to go. So you can never really tell in the game of cricket. A couple of boundaries and the game could be turned on its head. But with 30 runs needed off of 2 overs, you have to say that Berlin Markhors are cruising to victory. Some news from the next match. Toss कौन जीता? Toss कौन जीता?
You can comment it. You can
Kerala Cottbus, they have won the toss and they elected to bat first.
Oh, so we won the toss and elected to ball first.
Another way you could say that.
So Kerala Combines have won the toss for the next match and they've elected to bat first. But you can't really get too ahead of yourself when you're commentating. Let's continue with this match. Adnan back, and that's really, really well bowled. Robin gave himself some room, charged at the bowler, but that's, yeah, you can't really get that length away. It's perfectly in the block hole.
फैमिली आ रही है फिर हाँ इंशाल्लाह यार वैसे अब वो काम तो हो गया तो करना था वाइफ वो अलहमदुलिल्लाह टीम वगैरह सब लेकिन अभी वो
Robin
डिफेंस की डेट अब उसके लिए भी
staring down the bowler
सोचा ये था कि
and blocks it for another dot ball.
हाँ वो मैंने
So now 30 runs of just 10 balls required. The match seems to have gone out of Cottbus Cavaliers' reach. The best they can do is try to keep their net run rate in mind, because it's 4 teams. It's very possible that it might come down to net run rate. And you don't really want to say that teams lost the match before the match is over, but it looks like with the way that everything has gone so far that Cottbus Cavaliers might not come out victorious in this match.
दे रहा ये लो
And some might call it a defeatist attitude, but you need to keep your net run rate in mind. So they need to get as close to the target as possible. Even if they don't win, they need to make sure that they run those singles, run hard. And again, that's excellent length from Adnan. He runs in hard. He has that giant leap that he takes, and he hits the ground really hard. He hits the ball. He bowls really hard lengths, and those are really difficult to get away. This has been excellent bowling. Another one, Robin seems to be charging at everything, but he doesn't seem to be connecting. He has a smile on his face, but Adnan seems to have Robin's number at this stage. Can't get him away. Again, that's really good length as well, and that might be a runner. Oh no. The fielder couldn't collect the ball. It's only a single. Berlin markers are okay with that. One ball to go in this over.
केरला जो अभी खेल रही
That's a wide ball from Adnan. And the keeper seems to have injured himself. You can't really see that on the screen, but he's in pain. It's hit the tip of his finger. Seems to be in a bit of pain, a bit of bother. But Adnan running in again has that leap. It's another wide ball. That's 3 wides in the row from Adnan. He hangs his head. He seems to be a little bit frustrated, but he needs to find his line again. He's bowling well. Robin was charging him. He wasn't giving Robin any room. He is bowling well, but he needs to find his line again to try and get through his over. Only last ball. And that's a good ball. That's a dot ball to finish off Adnan's spell. Last over to go, and Cottbus Cavaliers need 25 runs of 6 balls. Can they pull off a blinder? It's very difficult, but stranger things have happened in cricket. Maybe not in indoor cricket, but stranger things have happened in cricket. Robin on strike. His team seems to be motivating him in the background. They're saying, Robin, come on Robin, it's only 4 sixes. But they've made 24 runs in 5 overs, and they need 25 in 1 over. You don't want to say it, but it's safe to say that the match might be over. And if Cottbus Cavaliers really do chase it down, then the commentator's curse really might be real. Robin gives himself some room, but that's inside the line. And now it's 25 runs of 5 balls. It's almost impossible. Let's see if Robin can try pull it off. He hits it again. A loud appeal from the keeper. Not really interest from the bowler beforehand, but after seeing the excitement on his keeper's face, he went for the appeal. Good umpiring. I don't think it was a wicket. He stood his ground. And now the match is mathematically over as long as the bowler balls all Eagles balls. Mathematically, Cottbus Cavaliers cannot win the match if all the balls bowled by the bowler are legal. Charges the bowler once again, doesn't get it. Keeper goes up in excitement once again, but no interest from the umpire. The umpire doesn't think it's out. I don't think it's out. And it's the last ball of this match. Berlin Marcour, after narrowly missing out on victory in the last match, have won this match. They've made a good comeback. Cottbus Cavaliers, which was a wild card team, it was their first match and they would be disappointed with how they've performed so far. They were not good with the ball, they were not good with the bat, and they've lost this game by 23 runs, and they're going to be really, really disappointed. They have some thinking to do, and that is me, your commentator Abdullah, out for this match because I have to play the next match.